Welcome to another Aphantasia YouTube clip. It's indoors today because it's freezing outside in the UK, so warm fire on as well. Today I'm going to talk about something that occurred this week. It was a discussion I had about recognition and the ability to recognise someone later on. Now, the context it was discussed in was if I had to recognise someone from a legal perspective. So if I had to know for certain it was the same person, could I do it? Now, in essence, I think no, because one of the questions that would get asked in a UK court of law was beyond reasonable doubt. That is, are you absolutely certain? I'm not sure I could be. So I suppose that's the question, is how sure or confident could I be recognising someone? Now, you've got to remember there's going to be certain parameters on this if this was a UK court thing. So, for example, say something happened and I saw it happen, it would be probably getting on for a year to 2 years before I went to court for some things like that. So I would have to remember that information for getting on to a year to 2 years, then be cross-examined in court by their attorney to examine whether I actually could recall in enough detail. I don't think I could do that. Now, it's not necessarily the same thing to say, could I recognise, could I do certain things? Yes and no, but I think it depends on the circumstances and what is the expectation of the information I've got to store. So if I've got to store something which is legally required, I think no, I can't do that. But if you said to me, oh, try and remember that person later on in case we bump into them, I probably could. So I guess there are limitations, I would say, on my ability. Now, when I say, could I remember the person? Yeah, but what I'm doing is I'm remembering the whole thing. So it's not what coat they're wearing, it's not what trousers, it's not the individual details, it's the holistic thing. So there are probably, it's maybe the way they're walking's a bit of a clue, maybe what they're wearing's a bit of a clue, maybe the way their hair looks is a bit of a clue. And together it makes an assumption I might be able to remember, given enough knowledge that I'll have to do that later on. But that's still quite difficult for me. It's not something I can easily do. And I'm not sure I could repeat it very often. So in terms of knowing how to do that, I have to think about what that is. So the limitations again apply. So will it be the same for everyone? I guess like most things in this, no.